Alright, so now here we are, guys. We're spawning directly on top of mTL.Navi. Zerg on the top, going up against the red Protoss on the right. We've got SSN.Spyte. So we're going to have a cool, nice, another ZVZ on Shattered Temple. I wish I knew what SSN actually means. I highly doubt it's social security number. But, we'll see what's up.
No, I don't think it's social security number now.
Alright, but we do have a, oh, look at that. Spyte's moving straight so that the overlords can literally hug. Oh, that's so nice. I like that Spyte actually changed the angle of her overlord moving for that. Yeah, so now, Spyte is going for an extractor trick, so a very Korean thing. Because Koreans love to do that for some reason.
They do.
Alright, so actually, I'm gonna look at the chat to see if someone says about SSN. It's,
Yeah, I was just looking that up, actually.
Submersible ship, comma, nuclear. That is awesome. I think that's a really cool name. You're saying don't ask and everything, but I like that team name, so thank you so much for that. Just for existing and everything.
Say it 10 times really fast.
Submersible ship nuclear? No, I'm not going to try that. I've already gone on about obnoxious and very weird things like that. Like obscene, obnoxious, and then a pun about observers and media and Protoss. I think that's enough. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead and not try and do this other stuff. It won't go well.
That goes bad. They both have an extractor and spawning pull up at this time.
Yeah, which is weird. They're not going for the hatchery firsts.
No. Actually not. Though it's one of the, well, most used builds, I can safely say. At least you see it most of the time.
Alright, so now let's see what they're going to be doing. We could be seeing Ling Bandling Wars as always. Maybe having a another nice Roach mid-game, late-game, possibly even end-game. Little thing from ZVZ, and we can try and sort that out. Because I would love to have more examples and talking about like the definitions of what's happening in the game and how it alters what those normal definitions usually are, because that's a lot of fun. But we have Navi putting down the Bailing Nest immediately. We do see that Spyte's about to do the same thing. We notice that they both kept 2 guys in that extractor to go ahead and get that 50 gas for that initial Bailing Nest. So very similar timing, and we're about to have some big aggression out of both of these players.
You know, I would love to see some Nidus play. We had like we've seen 2 Niduses coming up now, but in the other games, but not really used not really used at the moment. And there are like 2 spots at the main base that they can actually do a really nice Nidus on.
Yeah. But right now, Spyte took its expansion, which means that Spyte is going to be in a really awkward position for the next minute or 2, trying to defend. So we can see that Spyte's morphing defensive Banelings. 4 are on the way, and these need to be really, really good. Navi right now is producing only Lings, just Lings and Banelings going down, but defensively as well. Alright, so Navi, is Navi going to be aggressive? Because Navi hasn't seen the expansion, but Navi's got to look out for that. This is weird, but you do have a lot of Lings pushing forward, but look at the food count, 26 to 33. That's directly related to the fact that there was 300 minerals spent on a hatchery, and 1 less drone mining because of that. But now we have 2 Banes. Oh, those Banes will explode on the 4. Ooh. 2 for 2, better for Navi right now. So now we have a lot of Lings engaged right now. Gotta be careful to stay away from the Banelings. We have a lot of Lings pushing everywhere. It's kind of hard to follow all this. We try to look at everything once. But we've got more Banes morphing. You see, actually, Spyte, 3 more Banes are going to move in and actually clog up that ramp enough that other Lings can be taken out. And more Banes are morphing. We have 2 Banes here from Navi to push forward. Spyte is going to lose 3 Banes. 2 Banes for 3, always good for the 2 Banes player. But Navi's gone for the expansion now, and is actually down in the, or about to be even in the workers once this gets thrown down, but still, the natural is up. That's more larva for Spyte. Spyte's queen energy is looking to be pretty low. Navi is actually much higher. Navi is focusing a lot more on micro and missed a full spawn larva cycle because of it. Alright, so now 4 Banes are out.
Roach Warden going down for Navi.
Ah, so we have a fast road transition from Navi. Wanting to get into the macro part of the game, we see Spyte is still only has 2 drones on that initial extractor. We'll see the rest going to go up fairly soon, but right now it's just basically drones that are being produced by Spyte. And a very nice spread of these lings. That's something that nice thing to note. We got Baneling spread. All of these guys are basically in a good position to receive an attack by Banelings. Splash damage will only do a lot of damage to this initial clump, which is just where the hatcheries are rallied to, but as opposed to that, 2 Banes come in and attack, and they're only going to be hitting the initial Banes, and that's it. Lings are trying to spread in and do damage. They're not about to do much, because there's going to be a full wraparound if the Lings push in as well. Alright, so now all those Lings are in there. Roaches, 5 roaches are actually being produced. We could see some nice offense from Navi soon.
I do hope so. I really like Roach Warden of roaches. They're really nice to play with, and I think that Spyte is thinking the same thing at this moment, because she just put it down, her Roach Warden right in front of her ramp, so that the Banelings and the Zerglings can't run in that quickly next to her Spine Crawler.
Yeah, that is a nice and just defensive move. Ling run-bys would be less effective too. There's always like 5 reasons for everything good players do. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, like Spore Crawlers, EVP, Void Race Phoenixes, and DTs, all of that. But more importantly, the ZVZ right now, Banelings, almost getting a nice explosion off. But a Roach actually ends up picking off a couple of those Banes. They're going to focus down really well. The Bane count is now favoring Navi in the midst of all this attack. And they're going to be pushing in. They're going to be careful. Oh, this is such a really bad situation. And nice Baneling explosions. Goodbye to all the Lings from Spyte. Reinforcements are coming in, but drones are now being pulled. But notice there's still 7 Roaches alive, and that is bad news bears for Spyte.
I really think that Navy needs to win this attack, because of the amount of drones. Well, she took out quite a lot, but Spyte had some more time to mine at the natural, while Navy doesn't have any drones at the natural yet.
Yeah, I mean, the food counts are a little weird right now. Looking at them, oh, there we go. Spyte's now coming with a lot of roaches. That's where that's coming from. And now Navi cannot be aggressive against that. There's even a Baneling here to help defend and everything, but Navi's got to try and drone upon it. So we do see 6 drones going down. That'll actually give Navi a lead in the drone count too. Alright, so now only Navi actually has a creep timber out. You can see that Spyte is just getting down the spawn larvas, and that's it. A nice position over here. Actually, ooh, look at that. These 3 roaches are following this overlord. That could get awkward when those roaches are supposed to be attacking.
The boat.
Oh my! I just realized so many inappropriate jokes I could make about these roaches and the overlord once Lairtech comes out. Maybe some of you can see where I'm going with that, but I'm not going to elaborate.
Not yet.
No, not ever. Not for my own self-respect. Okay. So now, Navi is trying to drone up and everything behind us. We can see that Navi is now way behind the drone count, 26 to 34. Wow. That's surprising, and Spyte is getting a ton more. Let's look at the fun of it. Okay, Spyte has faster hands, it seems. Navi's at 74 compared to 93 PM. I'm just looking at that for fun, but it looks like Spyte's going for mutas. A lot of extractors are now mining. The hatchery's only halfway done, so we're going to be seeing a ton of mutas coming out initially from Spyte. This is kind of risky to not have a ton of spines in the front while this is happening, because this is a lot of economy and minerals and everything going for what's going to be happening in a couple of minutes as opposed to right now. Looks like Navi wants to get a faster third. Lair's already out for her, but no Lair tech, like actual tech, is being used at the moment. There's no Roach Speed, there's no Spire, no Infestation Pit, it's just the Lair is out.
You can also, if you look at Spyte, she's taking down 2 of the indestructible rocks, 1 at the gold expansion and 1 just a little bit down, and probably taking 2 new expansions.
Yeah. Alright, so now this... oh, the rocks haven't been taken out, really. Alright, so now, yep, the bottom right base taken for Spyte. Let's look around here. We see the Lair tech Lair's done for her, but where's the Spire? Roach Speed is being done, so she's fully aware of the Roach thing, Roach tech and all that. Lair tech. Why doesn't there Spire? There's a lot of gas. I don't think this Roach will be able to spend that. I don't think.
Yes. Spyte has an overseer just going over the base of Navi, checking it out.
Now we have an engagement happening down here at the natural expansion. There's a lot more though for Spyte in a second. Once we have this spine car attack and everything. Now he's not able to use all of her roaches. We have drones now coming through for this. That is overly scared right now. The roach warren seems to be quite vulnerable. The roach speed is almost done, but these drones should not be in this battle, really. I mean, Spyte actually has identical roach numbers, now more with the reinforcements coming in, and there we see them pushing forward, doing a lot more damage. Navi calls GG, and that is it. So Spyte will win the first game. We're going to move on to the next game. It is the best of 3, so this is not over yet for Navi at all.
She can come back because it's only 1 game.